Hey guys, welcome to the Parrott Bros. I'm Dom.
I'm Rob.
And today we are fitting the rear diff. Now, we have it in a multitude of parts on the floor. We've actually pulled the car out because we have this yellow thing. So,
what's that?
You know that the thing we've got to wear sunglasses for.
Oh, we get about once a month or 1 month of a year.
Yeah, so
and that's why we're building this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we've pulled it outside just so we can bask in the glory and well, yeah, get a suntan while we're working. Otherwise, we're going to be pale as in the summer because we've been in there all the time. So before we get stuck into it, let's jump into the intro.
So guys, with the
you love us, so guys, didn't you?
So guys, I do.
So guys.
So guys.
So guys.
With the diff, you've got a couple of options. Obviously, we're hoping in the long run we're going to go turbo. So we thought we would get it strengthened because then you don't have to take it back out again. You've got a couple of options with regards to who does it, how much it costs, the quality of it, and things like that. So
because it is only the casing out of a MX-5.
It is, yes.
This is originally, this is the casing that would have been removed from a normal MX-5, Mark 1, Mark 2, 2.5, whatever. Yeah. They're all much of a muchness, I believe.
Yeah, so the Mark 1 has shafts, like stub shafts in it that come out, whereas we've got a drive shaft that goes in.
Okay, so this is a Mark 2 housing.
Yeah, Mark 2. Same as a Mark 2.5. So we did have one from MK, and it was all right. It would have done the job. But then we got in talks with a company, G19, and they become a sponsor of us, as you see a few weeks ago. And the money-wise, it's exactly the same money as MK. So it's £325. That's if you just buy it straight off the shelf. He'll send it to you all as you got just here. Or if you send him yours, it's £295. So it's actually a little bit cheaper than MK's.
So the MK you have to send them R1.
Yeah, so with MK
they don't do a
nope.
Okay.
So with R1 you have to clean it. So you have to get aqua blasted or powder blasted.
Well, you don't have to, but it's
no. But obviously when you're welding, it needs to be cleaned.
Exactly. Yeah.
So obviously that's an added cost with MK. Also, with MK, the plating. Obviously it doesn't matter because you've got most of the plating. But on the G19 one, the plating goes further. And to me, I think the more plating you got, the more protection you got.
Right, so let me we'll go back a little bit, just while we're talking about the plating, because why do you strengthen the diff?
So
it's probably the more important question.
When you go bigger power, higher torque, there's quite a common thing for these diffs to crack. There's a weak point on both sort of these arms, and yeah, it can crack. So
they put a weak point in. So from manufacturers, they actually put like a slight cutout in the housing. So if there's an impact, the diff will actually break out and go outwards to try and protect the car. It's like a crash
safety.
Yeah, crash safety thing. So, but obviously, when you start introducing 200 plus horsepower
and some torque,
and if you launch it or drop a gear by accident and give it, then it could well just jump out of its own accord. So,
yeah. And
so that's why we're doing the strengthening.
And the other thing is with the MK one, the bushes that are in your diff, you have to take out yourselves. And I'm not going to lie, it wasn't easy, was it?
Yeah, we burnt them a little bit,
cut them a bit,
and then pressed them out.
And that was a bit of a faff. Whereas with the G19 one, you send him it, he aqua blasts it, he takes the bushes out. He'll weld it, put the new bushes in, and it's sent back to you. Job's a good one.
So what you're saying is the G19 one they're both good.
They're both good.
But the G19 one's a bit better.
Yeah, I like the plating. He's obviously done some CNC work on it, which we'll roll to in a minute. He got some footage.
Oh, a little montage.
Nice bit of montage
we like
from him.
Montage.
He also does quite a lot of other things. So we've got a light and flywheel. We've got a CNC sort of water outlet pump. So he does a lot of MX-5 parts. He does do other bits. He does welding. Yeah, so if you want to give him a call, go on his website.
We'll put the details down in the description.
Yeah, Facebook, he's on there as well. So
perfect. Find him anywhere. So, right, let's move on to today's task then. So this is what we have laid out, is what we need to fit that bad boy, right?
Yep, and it's upgraded bits.
Yep, so we've got new genuine seals, which go in either side where the shafts go. We've got some snazzy gear oil in a sustainable packaging.
Yep.
And we've got
easy squeeze.
Magnetic sump plug, fill plug, washers, sleeves for the
diff in here.
Yeah, in there, the bolts, and some more bolts. So
the only thing we're missing, some silicone. We better find it.
Oh yeah, we better find some sealant.
Gasket sealer.
Yeah. Right, let's go. Right, so first job is
get the cylinder.
Put the old sealant on. So this is a bit of instant gasket equivalent. Rob's going to do a lovely job of spreading it all round nice. Not too much because you don't want it to go inside. So remember that, not too much gear.
Nice little bead.
Nice little bead halfway round, halfway in the centre of the channel. All the way round. And then that is to give it a seal because it doesn't have a gasket as such. Then we can mount that into there. We've got to add in the seals and then we can start to put it together. Bolt-wise, it's these snazzy bolts, isn't it?
Yeah, they're also supplied from G19. Not that expensive, about £10.
Now, you just have to try and work out, there's 2 bolts that aren't original length. One is like, throwing washers in, everything in. One of them, I'll tell you what, I'll show you. Let me show you, because then when you come to do it, you won't be surprised. So there's 3 different types of bolts. There's, I would say, 25mm to 30mm, probably a 50mm, and then about a 75, 80mm. So they're your 3 bolt options. Try and hold it so you can see. There's the options. Now, it should be relatively easy to work out what goes where because one's going to go into a casing somewhere, isn't it, Rob?
Yes, it's here somewhere.
Yeah,
one of those. And then there's, I think it's opposite corners. So one's here, Dom.
Yep.
Just there. And one is just here. So as long as we know it's opposite corners, we'll know
be
one will be
alright,
longer,
yeah.
one will be shorter.
Plus, you'll kind of know because you'll go to put the bolt in and it won't go in all the way. It will only go to there or whatever. So we'll have some fun with that. You happy with that?
Yeah, so
the easiest option is probably going to go downwards because
yes, that is heavy.
Heavy.
So that's what we've done, a nice little bead around in the centre of it. So I don't know if we need to blow this out because it's been sat. It's been sat in the garage. We've been doing fiberglass work, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we'll give it a quick.
We'll give it a quick clean and we'll come back to you. Okay, so now we're going to make this downwards.
You did just clean the face, didn't you? So
yeah, I've just cleaned the face here, so it's got a nice clean surface.
That is the right way.
Is that the right way?
Yep.
That is the right way, yeah, because it's got slightly larger this side.
So where are we lining up? Where's the holes? We can't see because it's underneath.
Yeah. Go.
There. That feels like it hits home.
Yeah.
I'll
get one in gently just so we can get something to hold it.
Is it going in?
I don't know.
Are you in the hole?
Yeah, I'm in the hole.
Did you put the spring washer on?
Did I? No, yes, no, I didn't know. No, but we've got one in just to hold it
just
to
hold it
spinning.
Yeah, no worries.
Right, so what do you want to do now?
Well, we need to get the other bolts in.
That might be an idea.
We probably, if we lay it down slowly, will it be all right? Or if I tilt it?
We'll find out.
Spinning.
Oh, spinning.
Can you get, now if you get another one in with a spring up top.
Can you remember which one was the long one?
Well, opposite to the one that's not long.
This is a pleasant surprise to do. What do you reckon? Normal size in that one?
Yeah. No.
No.
So that is the medium long. So that's the middle one. So that's this one here.
We'll go for the medium length one in the bottom, which, yeah, that would work. But we didn't have any power tools. We made an error. This is a normal size one.
Yeah.
Which it is.
Starting to get a little bit weighty.
Yeah, I bet.
My forearm is going to slowly.
Lucky you're the one that goes to the gym.
Slowly be burning.
We got 13mm on a.
I got 13mm on a ratchet,
right,
but we could get the air tool out.
We could. Might be easier.
Okay, bear with us 2 moments. I'll get an air tool.
One more bolt. Nowhere to put it. Cool. Okay, so we've got the diff mounted into the housing. We'll put the torque specs up on the screen for you now. Now the next job is to put these crush tubes in, which hopefully they'll just drop in, but I have a horrible feeling they probably won't.
I think you're going to need to get... Oh.
It's 50-50.
Is there 2 sizes?
Well, we'll find out in a minute. Go on.
They definitely don't look long enough either.
Well...
Oh, wait.
There we go. So that one needs to be knocked in maybe. The other one goes straight in and out the other side.
So,
so yeah, 50% of the job's already done.
Happy days. Let's get a hammer.
I'll get a hammer.
I think there's one just on the floor here. Might have rolled under the bed.
Ah, I found it. The hammer.
So this is one of the main tools that you need for the job, every job.
We'll start with a gentle tap.
How's it feeling?
Tight.
Oh dear. Oh, there we go. That sounds a nicer sound.
Every time I'm hitting this, I'm thinking, don't hit the casing. Don't hit the casing. It's like...
Please don't hit the casing.
Which is easier said than done when you've got a big lump hammer. Right, that's about as close as I can get without hitting the thing. You just need to put something, maybe stick something in it and we'll hit that on top. Yeah, stick that on. No. What's going on there, Rob? Doesn't fit.
Doesn't fit.
That's weird. That one does.
That one does.
But that
is
one
it
does
bird or is it just not fitting?
Tilt it up on its side and let's have a look from the underside. Yeah, just bird, I think.
Yeah, so that just needs a little file.
A little file. Let's get a little file
nifty
out.
rat's tail file in there,
So
mate.
this is an on-the-job fix.
Oh no, we got silicone on the driveway.
I did notice that, but I didn't want to say anything because it's not my driveway.
I would not be too happy about that.
What time does the missus get home?
Oh, look at that. Smear it around. Can have some
But that means it's waterproof now, doesn't it?
It does, but I do seal it every year, so... Oh, look at that.
Not brand new.
Straight off, let me just wipe that bit there.
Right, so...
And we'll sit it on this.
Do a bit of filing.
Scotch-Brite.
So this is what we say when we say nothing's ever 100% straightforward, because sometimes...
It works.
Sometimes it doesn't. So, hopefully, we should just be able to... Do you want to give it a try?
A little bit more. I'd say a bit off this side.
Where's the edge? It's hard to see where the... I think it's there.
There we go, so that's nice now.
Right, so that's done.
So we need to tap that in a little bit.
Yeah, needs a tiny tap. Put the bolt back in, maybe, or something on top of it, and we can just... You're going to lose that in there, you realise.
What, it'll get stuck?
Yeah, you need something a bit bigger. Use the bolt. Put your bolt in. Get it so it's not touching the floor. There we go.
Yep.
I would say it's a flush fit. Cool, and then this other one will sit
once
in there once
we
do that.
So we can take that out for now and drop it in a minute.
Yep, you got it.
Yep.
Right, so that's the crush tubes done.
What
so
else?
it's always nice when there's an issue because then you get to see
what
the
we're coming
same
up
issues
against that.
Yeah, because you may well have the same issue. So rat tail file, always worth having. What's the next job on the list, Rob?
I'd say we've got to put the side seals in.
Yeah, so these are, because they're clean, we've cleaned everything. Always clean a mating surface of a seal because any little bit of crap can and will affect the seal.
And do we need to put a drop of oil on these so they go in nice?
You could put a tiny bit of the new oil in. I'll tell you what, we can see whether or not. Yeah. Ah. Oh,
now he's got silicone on him.
I've done it, I.
Lovely.
That's because someone was a bit keen on the amount they put on.
I didn't use too much.
So the moment you take your gloves off, this is what happens. Okay, so now comes the fun part, Robbie. We got the well, they say the seals in. Seals are in.
Seals are in.
Right, let's lift this lightweight piece of equipment over the
expensive
really expensive
cameras.
camera equipment. Ugh, because we're so strong. Right, so you have to tilt it downwards, trying not to hit all your lovely brake lines and
fuel lines over here.
Fuel lines and whatever else we have. Because this fits like an absolute dream, of course. And then mind your fingers underneath.
Yeah.
And
we're down.
Because we're both not tall enough.
So now
try and work out where the hole is.
We can get the crush tube in
that one. It's about there. Oh, stuck to the car.
Oh, got your beard stuck.
Beard and magnet. That was interesting. Not done that before.
Health and safety right there.
Not done that before. Right, 2 bolts for the top?
Yeah, so we've got longer bolts for the top and short bolts for where the crush tubes are.
Cool, so...
We've also got 2 big washers.
Yep.
You have a washer and a bolt. Now, they supply loads of little ones, but I don't think I want to put them on.
I was about to say, why is there 4 little ones?
If you've got a big one, you're not going to use a little one.
No, especially unless it's a crush, but it's not. So... Oh, you just done all my hard work.
What's that?
All my hard work levelling up, you've just moved me.
Straight in.
Right.
Now there's quite a lot of thread showing the other side.
Maybe that's why you got to put 30 washers on it just to get it to cover the...
I'd use 1 washer.
On the other side?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's not going to pass.
You don't need to cover the thread, do you? Because it's in the car.
I don't know, we'll find out soon.
If not, we'll cut it off.
Yeah. That didn't sound very promising.
That didn't sound like it lined up at all.
What about, try the other hole. Can you get the other hole? Now there's not really a lot of place we can move the diff because these are obviously on a pivot point, so we can wobble them a little bit. We're going to go for an underneath exploration. What you got?
We're too far forward. Now push that down, please.
What, the bolt?
Yeah.
Oh, my arms aren't long enough. Let's forget your arms. Yep, that one's in.
Okay, now, oof. That is tight to my...
How does that one look?
Push.
Yep. Oh!
But how does it sit on the top? Does it sit flat, or is there a problem, or...?
Yeah, it doesn't sit flat, there's a gap.
How much?
Wow, this side about 8 mil.
Oh, really?
But it's where it's tilted, I don't know if you'll get it. Will you get it down? This side you probably will.
So obviously you don't want those stress points.
No, of course you don't. So which hole's going to get a little bit of a ream?
Well, it's going to be the 2 bottom ones, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, you're not going to ream this because this goes for a box section.
Yeah.
So I think we'll have to take those 2 back out, bolt this up tight flat, ream them to it.
From underneath?
From underneath.
From underneath.
With a Dremel.
Yep, go on in.
So let's take...
Or a die, what is it, die grinder?
Die grinder.
Yeah.
Do we have one of them?
I have no idea, do we?
Probably not.
Does the firm have one?
Probably not.
Are we going to be able to get these out?
Probably not.
Yeah. Okay, so we have got the diff in, we've got the front bolts in, and what we actually had to use was this little bad boy here, this Dremel, and that was because the ground's all shiny where all the bits are. That basically these 2 bolts here, which are ones that go through the crush tube, these 2 there, they wouldn't actually come through the hole, and you can see what we've had to do to the holes to get them to fit. They've elongated forwards as they didn't fit. You can see that's probably about half a bolt hole, I would say. And we had to move the fuel line a little bit, which is annoying, but that's not an issue. We'll get that back on again when we've done these nuts up. And then underneath here is where the diff mounts as well. So not all bad job. We used a drill and the die grinder, the Dremel, which, to be honest, is a godsend. And that's what it looks like in situ. So you've got your 2 bolts there, and then your other 2 are down here, which are a little bit more fiddly to get to, because obviously you've got the fuel in the way, you've got the...
There for the brake cables.
For the handbrake cables, the tubes. So there's quite a bit of stuff in your way out to get you at all times. But yeah, it's in. So we're just going to get this nutted up, bolted up tight, and then we'll move on to the next job.
Which is getting the drive shafts in.
Yeah, the joys. So now we get to move on to fitting the rear drive shafts, because as we had a debate in the earlier videos, there's no front drive shafts.
No. And this is the genuine MX-5 drive shaft. All we've done is painted it up, cleaned the bushes a little bit,
make sure the boots are sweet.
Yeah, make sure the boots are sweet.
Clean all the joints. So all this is going to do is, one's longer than the other.
No.
No.
They're equal.
Equal lengths.
Yeah,
See, look. You learn something new every day. So this should be, this is why we've left everything kind of loose. Might need a little tap. Do you want a hammer?
So normally on this one, there'd be 3 washers. That's what they say, to space it out. But obviously we made our own. So it's only 1 little washer, just so then you don't lose it and it's stuck into the bush.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
Oh.
It's just a little bit on the tight side. There we go. So now what we're going to do is tip this forward which will then allow us to get the drive shaft into the diff, and then we can put it into the hub nut on. Jobs are good. And now at this point we don't have any diff oil in the diff. Oh, she's in. Is it in?
Nope.
No.
I don't know what the
method is with this.
No. How would you get that in?
Not really sure. Let's have a look. So we're about 15 mil out still. Not sure why. We'll have a little suss into this.
I think it probably.
If I hold the other end.
Yeah, you probably just need to. Is that spinning your side? Can you see?
Yeah, spinning. Just needs a tap, I think.
Cool.
She is home.
So
just need a little bit of teasing. Now, let's spin round to Robbie's hands.
We'll have to.
This is the fun part. Got to try and tilt it in and get the threads in at the same time. Oh,
look at that. That was
effortless. If only we didn't have to hammer the other side. You might get lucky and you might just be able to give it a clonk.
Look at that.
And off you go. Slide your bolt in. Line her up, give her a tap. Ah, job's a good one.
And that is one side done. Well, that was nice.
That went well. That's unusual. We don't say that very often.
No, we don't.
We might actually be done ready for lunch.
What are we having today?
What do we always have?
Grillco?
We were going to have a Grillco. The old peri peri rapiola.
Are you going to try the medium yet, or are you going to stick with your lemon?
I think I'll stick with a lemon. My gut. So do you know what? I might have a medium. How hot is it?
It's not that hot. It's nice.
He says. Right, let's go around to. We'll get the other side done, and then we can say that we have completed one job in one day, which would be nice. That's where it is, I think. There you go. Chin. Always got his back to the camera, isn't he?
Sorry, guys. It's hard to work. If I was left-handed, we'd be all right. Oh, lovely. Like a dream.
What is it they say about lube?
Now you've got your camera back to the camera.
I know, I'm trying to get side on.
Oh, I don't need that one.
No, well.
I need this one. This. And we're on.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
What's the rules with bolts? Always facing downwards or backwards?
Well, on this, I think everyone is different.
Everyone is different, but generally, bolts should always face downwards because then if the nut comes out, the bolt won't drop out. This way, I would always put the nuts at the back because if you're driving forward, hopefully most of the time, the water won't go onto the nut. It will go onto the bolt head, which is less likely to go rusty. But I'm sure everyone else will have a reason for that. It's probably the biggest socket you have in your arsenal. What size is this, Rob? Go on.
This is a 32.
Like we already knew. We're going to get these torqued up, but guys, thanks for watching. We have been having a go at it, for sure.
Definitely had a go.
But that is the rear diff in and fitted. And if we had an engine, we would be able to turn the wheels right now. Until next time, guys, bye for now.